Okay, for our first set of notes today, this would be Chapter 1, Section 1 for our notes. And today's topic is long division. All right, and two things are going to happen here as when we do long division. We want one of two things to happen. Number one, our decimal will terminate or stop. Okay, or number two, the other thing that may happen is our decimal may repeat. And we'll look at a few examples here as we go through. But one of those two things is what should happen when we finish the problem. Okay, so for our first example tonight, all right, we want to look at 34 over 5. Okay, so now we're practicing our long division. Our fraction bar here is our symbol for division. So when we translate this example, top number goes on the inside, denominator goes on the outside. Now we're set up for our long divide. 5 goes into 3, not possible. 5 into 34. We want to get as close as we can without going over. That will go 6 times. 6 times 5 leaves us with 30. We want to subtract that off. We have a remainder of 4. Our decimal did not stop. We did not get a remainder of 0. We have nothing repeating yet, so we must continue. To get new numbers, we need to add on our decimal point, put on a 0, drop that down. 5 goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract. We get a remainder of 0. Our decimal is stopped. It's terminated. So our answer here is 6.8. Example number 2. All right, we will look at 4/9. We'll look at 4/9. Okay. So again, our setup, when we translate, top number on the inside, bottom number on the outside. 9 into 4 does not happen. So we need to add a decimal point, add on another 0. Now we can go into 40. 9 can go into 40 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. Subtract, we have a remainder of 4. We have not stopped yet, so we have to add a second 0. We want to bring that 0 down. Now we have 40. 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. Subtract that off. We got a 4 again. So if you notice here, we started with a 4. We had another 4. We've got another 4. We've got some values that are starting to repeat. Okay, so we can stop here because that's one of our two conditions. So we would represent this as 0.4, and to indicate that it repeats, we put a bar over the top, okay, which represents 4 repeating. So there are two of the examples that we've done in class today. All right, the third example that we want to look at, this will be our final example for the day. All right, is what if we have a problem represented in this form? Okay, because this is represented different than our other two. If you notice, this was in fraction form. The second one was in fraction form. Okay, this one is a little bit different. So how do we handle this? Well, simple little task. We just have one extra step, is we just need to translate this into a fraction. Okay, our technique here, we want to multiply. So 3 times 1, and then we want to add the top number. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 gives us a 4 as our new numerator, and we keep our denominator the same. 3 stays on the bottom. Now we have the exact same setup as before. Now we can put 4 on the inside and 3 on the outside. 3 goes into 4 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. We have a remainder of 1. Need to add a decimal point and another 0, so can we continue? 3 now goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. That leaves us with a remainder of 1. Add another 0. We've gotten 10 again, which is exactly what we had here. Okay, we are starting to see a pattern. Something repeats, so we can stop, and we can represent our decimal as 1.3 with a bar over top, a bar repeating. 1.3 repeating. Okay, this should be enough to help your kids get through tonight's homework assignment. And any questions, they may talk to us tomorrow in class. Have a good night.